Hello everyone, it's Akia from December's Divine. I am here to bring you guys a reading, okay, in regards to the full moon in Cancer. We're going to do a brief reading. We're going to just kind of get into the energies, kind of going to go freestyle with everything, really lay out the energy in terms of what we can expect during the full moon in Cancer. We're going to kind of go into what energies will be prevalent and actually what the full moon in Cancer embodies. I pulled 3 cards to get us started with the overall energy for the reading, and I was kind of in shock with the cards I got. Okay, so we have the moon in reverse, clarified by the moon in reverse, and then a card that I drew from my divine deck, okay, comprised of divine cards and major arcana, and we get our oh so familiar friendly card, okay, the Magician in reverse. I shuffled the deck so many times, okay, and this card is kind of making its way throughout all of the readings as the overall energy, and it is baffling. It is mind-blowing, but at the same time, it is not that surprising. We are in the going into the second week of January. This is a time of revelation. This is a great time of shifts and judgment and a lot of intense energy. People feel out of control, and there is this undertone of manipulation and a quiet storm, or the quiet before the storm. Okay, so these cards were pretty shocking initially, okay, especially with this being a reading about the full moon in Cancer, and to have the moon come out in reverse as well as clarified by the moon, and the Magician in reverse. Okay, what I'm getting from this card, what I'm picking up right away from the cards, is unions. I'm picking up on mirroring. I'm picking up on a lot of confusion in terms of counterparts. I am getting manipulation and foul play in regards to divine counterparts and the energies surrounding these counterparts, or even individually, on chaotic feelings in regards to which path to take in terms of this journey. Okay, for me as a reader, okay, I resonate and I apply Scorpio energy to the moon, okay, but any of the water signs can represent the moon. In astrology, okay, Cancer's ruler is the moon. In tarot, it's represented by Pisces. For me as a reader, it's Scorpio, but like I said, any of the water signs can be highly intuitive. So for me as a reader, I'm picking up on Scorpionic energy here very strongly, as well as Virgo with the Magician in reverse, and Gemini, okay, because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and Virgo, and Mercury represents the Magician in the tarot. Okay, so aside from manipulation or black magic and all the things that go along with the Magician in reverse card, I'm just thinking of like a lot of confusion. I'm picking up on a lot of overthinking. People really in their head about the twin flame journey. People really in their head in terms of relationships, in terms of secrets, in terms of loyalty. Okay. We also have the crab there in this moon card, and that's speaking of holding on. The crab can speak of going into one shell or coming out of one shell, moving toward a path, trying to decide who or what or where loyalties lie. Truths being illuminated, okay? And also, when you get the moon card in reverse, well, the moon card in general just speaks of transformation, okay? Metamorphosis. Becoming aware of your shadow self and the lessons that lie within. So this is a period where many, and that's why I pick up on Scorpionic energy so well, because Scorpios are they dwell in the realm of transformation, of death, of rebirth, of addressing the shadow parts of themselves and transmuting that into something positive. But the moon in general speaks on the need to purge negativity and inner awareness and looking within for answers. In reverse, and the moon is clarifying the moon, both in reverse for the overall energy for the reading. It speaks on frustrations, confusion, unhappiness, and disbelief. Okay, so with this full moon, I believe they're calling it the cold moon. We have this lunar eclipse as well, okay? I think the lunar eclipse is happening around 2 in the morning, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's around 2:15 a.m. So a lot of energy here. We also have Uranus going direct. Uranus is in Taurus. But with this Magician card, okay, here in reverse, and this moon energy, clarifying this moon energy in reverse, there's just a lot of frustration and confusion happening. And this confusion can have a lot to do with releasing. People are releasing a lot of baggage. People are moving on. People are letting go. People are really separating the good from the bad, the wheat from the shaft, you know. The prideful, the gluttonous from the meek, and this is causing a lot of frustration and resentment and pain and anger and confusion. Okay, so aside from black magic and aside from all of the other things and manipulation and control that goes along with the Magician in reverse, the Magician in reverse speaks of chaos. It speaks of unease, okay? Anxiety, lack of planning, feeling powerless, arrogance, procrastination, okay? So these are the overall energies that many are going to be dealing with this full moon in Cancer, okay? On top of the fact that the meditative energy that I picked up on is just the feelings and the energies of a lot of karma being dealt with, a lot of judgment, missed opportunities, self-doubt, feelings of rejection. A lot of people feel blocked off. Many people are blocking others on social media, in person, in real life, everywhere. And it's a feeling of stagnation. Some people really feel frustrated. I At the same time, there are people and energies of those who are getting these epiphanies and these ideas and these creative what's the word I'm looking for? Epiphanies. And the only thing about that is that I'm getting that some of these ideas are derived from frustration. So they could be dark ideas, okay? But these ideas that are coming forward aren't planned out well. Disorganization. There's a lot of juggling going on. There's a lot of disorganization. Unpredictability and irresponsibility. I do feel like there are unions that are happening on a more positive note. Balance being found in terms of people may just be getting these intuitive hits to start to eat right, to eat better, to take care of their health, to start, putting in the work, working out, taking a leap of faith toward their ideas, their dreams. And I'm getting the energy of planning for a rainy day. I do feel like there are going to be frustrations around unemployment, or people losing their jobs, or being dissatisfied with their jobs, reevaluating what it is that they need to excel, or what it is that they need to do to reach the pinnacle of what it is that they feel they need to do to feel fulfilled and to feel like they are accomplishing their goals on their purpose, whether it's spiritual, whether, like I said, it's financial, whether it is moral, or whether it's career. But people are really focused, okay? And there is this feeling of wanting to put more focus on the things that make you happy, and not just doing something because it's routine. There's just going to be also the feelings of mistrust. People are not trusting people who are in positions of power. People are questioning authority. A lot of delusions, okay? Missed opportunities. And people really kind of hanging on to situations that they should be walking away from by any means necessary for the wrong motives, okay? Feelings of hopelessness, confusion, drifting, neglect. But I'm also getting the feeling of people or energies moving toward new commitments, okay? Challenging their beliefs, their belief systems, and thinking outside of the box in terms of their faith, their education. A lot of people are having the ideas and taking the steps to venture into new areas of study, etc. Okay? But yeah, overall energy, the moon in reverse, clarified by the moon in reverse, and this magician in reverse energy that is just so prevalent, okay, since the beginning of the year, beginning of 2020. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this energy, okay? It's not going to be a long reading, but we're going to use the Good Tarot, kind of lay out a few cards, and then clarify the oracles, and then go from there. So we'll put this Magician in Reverse card there, and Moon in Reverse. reverse. With the moon in reverse. Okay. Confusion. Frustration. Disbelief. Okay. So, we have the good tarot here. And we're going to lay 3 cards out. We're going to lay 3 cards out from the good tarot, asking the divine what we can expect, what energies should we be prepared to deal with during the full moon in Cancer. And then we're going to lay out 3 cards that could be the major conflicts that we deal with. And then we're going to clarify them with tarot cards. All-knowing source, divine spirit, angels, Metatron, Michael, Gabrielle, and Sandalphon, Ascended Masters 50 and above, Ancestors 50 and above, allow me to be the channel to bring forth truthful, clear, and precise messages for the collective. Allow me to bring forth the most healing, important messages that will help the collective during the full moon in Cancer. Thank you. Okay, guys. A little blurb on the full moon in Cancer. The first full moon of the year includes, well, hold on 1 second. This is interesting. Bottom of the deck. Let's just put this card up while I read this intro about the full moon, which is pretty it coincides a little bit with all this Cancerian energy. Okay. For me as a reader, High Priestess is Scorpionic energy, but Cancerian as well. And this is number 2. Number 2s are about accumulation, gestation, couples, duality, ideas, preparing for action, and even conflict, okay? Mirroring as well. The first full moon of the year coincides with a lunar eclipse, and it is in its own sign, Cancer. Cancer is the embodiment of the sacred feminine, aligned with the tides of the ocean and the cycles of women's fertility. It connects with the archetype of the Great Mother, underlining themes of home, tribe, belonging, ancestral roots, sustenance, sanctuary, and the unspoken emotional connection to the people in our life. Cancer wisdom teaches us about the need for boundaries, as well as when it is time to retreat to take care of ourselves. When your daughter is kidnapped by Hades, when her daughter is kidnapped by Hades, Demeter retreats to the land of Eleusis. The shifting current of this full moon may bring forgotten memories to the surface, not only your own, but whispers of ancestral memories passed down by the women who came before us. This is a good time to turn our attention to working with lineage, tradition, and the wisdom of the grandmothers. Okay? Great Mother, give me the wisdom to know when it is time to retreat and to nurture not only others, but also myself. Okay? So, with all of this energy of moon, okay, in reverse, and confusion, magician in reverse, and that line about this is a good time to turn our attention to working with lineage, tradition, okay, and the wisdom of the grandmothers, I take that as a time to be highly aware of moon manipulation and a lot of lineage, tradition, or, you know, ancestral type of magic and things of that nature. So that's what I'm picking up on. Be mindful, but also, like they said, this full moon may bring forgotten memories to the surface. Okay, not only of our own, but whispers of ancestral memories passed down by the women who came from us. So that could definitely speak of past childhood wounding and repressed memories, okay? All right, so three cards from the Good Tarot. What can we, as a collective, expect from this full moon energy? Okay. The embodiment of the sacred feminine, okay? Archetype of the Great Mother. Home, tribe, belonging, ancestral, roots, sustenance, sanctuary, unspoken emotional connections. We have the Nine of Air, like the Nine of Cups, okay? And it came out in reverse. I typically don't take the Good Tarot in reverse, but we have the Nine of Water. So it's, okay, we have the Nine of Air. Okay, so that's the Nine of Swords. So that's really about seeing things objectively and also coming out of anxiety. Wanting a resolution. We have the Five of Water, okay, in reverse as well. Okay, so the Five of Water speaks of kind of like the Five of Cups, which is more about despair and pain, a lot of deep emotional pain. One more from the Good Tarot. And then we have the Ten of Earth. Okay. What's going on with this card? So we can see our cards. Okay. Okay. So we have the Nine of Air in reverse, the Five of Water in reverse, and the Ten of Earth in reverse. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Water. I'm sorry, what is wrong with me tonight? The Four of Water, which is like the Four of Cups, okay? The Four of Cups really speaks on apathy, discontentment, okay? Not wanting to settle, being discontent in your surroundings, meditation. It could speak of resentment, okay? But it's still speaking on emotions here. All right. And the need for more, the need for balance, the need for really seeing past your current circumstances to be mindful of what really is available to you in terms of fulfilling your emotional needs. Okay, so let's get, all right, so first card we have is the Nine of Air. Intuitively in this card, it's about being free. It's about being free. It's about gaining enlightenment. Freeing oneself of a mental prison and allowing yourself to be taken higher by truth and wisdom, breaking chains, a clear conscience. Okay. So it did come out in reverse, so I'll take it like the Nine of Swords, okay, which is really about mental entrapment, Gemini energy, and we all know that the Nine of Swords upright is about depression, crisis, and anxiety and fear, but in reverse it's about seeing things objectively and gaining a new perspective, recovery, and revelations. So there is going to be some things revealed in the form of communication with this full moon in Cancer. Yeah. Someone is freeing themselves. Many are freeing themselves from some sort of crisis. I feel like this full moon is going to really bring out the truth. This truth could free some people of their depression, of their fears and anxieties, and this communication, this freeing of one's mental space could also bring about revelations that will make others feel entrapped and stuck. But I do see recovery, okay, with this card. Recovery of relationships, recovery of mental stability. Yeah. But let's read from the Nine of Air. Shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility, a call to faith. With a gentle voice, I tell myself that I will be okay, that I am okay, and that any fear is merely false evidence appearing as real. I forgive myself because I know I am human, trying the best I can, and need only call on Spirit to remember that I can and will do better as new possibilities begin to gather on my horizon. Yeah. So someone is leaving fear behind and trying to gain a new perspective. I see this as awakenings and ascension. Someone freeing themselves of a situation and gaining a new perspective. And after reading it, I'll just leave it upright. Second, we got the Five of Water, okay? The Five of Water. Remember, our overall energy is the moon in reverse, clarified by the moon in reverse. Okay, so in all of this mental anguish and a releasing of anxiety, healing, self-doubt, learning to have self-compassion, and releasing fears. There's that underlying feeling of confusion and frustration. And while people are releasing and healing and letting go, there are energies of others who are not healed and are hanging on, who are still in that manipulative energy. Okay, so Five of Water is really about being submerged in emotion, okay? And typically the Five of Cups, the traditional Five of Cups, is about really upright, about being submersed in emotional imbalance, almost despair, almost just the inability to see what you have because you're so lost in what you have lost, literally. Yeah, the Five of Cups speaks of failure and loss, but this one came out in reverse. So the Cancer full moon really is talking to us about acceptance and forgiveness, okay? And there will be feelings of nostalgia, and these feelings will feel like you are submerged in your emotions, and when you're dealing with nostalgia, you're remembering a lot of positive experiences. And sometimes the positive experiences that you remember, when you are not connected to that feeling or that event or that person any longer, it can bring about those feelings of loss. But there will be reconciliations, okay? There will be some healing that's being done in terms of balancing the emotions and balancing relationships and balancing unions. But just be mindful of that very confusing, chaotic Magician in reverse and moon energy that is prevalent. Disbelief and unhappiness, which could bring about some falsities. Yeah. Because the Magician in reverse is not energy that one should just ignore completely. Okay? There is a feeling of unease and powerlessness, okay, by some. And while many are in this energy of forgiveness and acceptance and nostalgia, do not misinterpret why certain energies are coming back around. It may do and serve you well to remember what certain situations cost you in the past. Okay? And it's all about balance, okay? 5 of water. 5 of water. Releasing grief, allowing sadness to rise and fall, forgiveness, the ebb and flow of emotion. I feel the fullness of my emotions as they wash through me. The ebb and flow are part of life, and I am present in my feelings today. I fully forgive myself and others and let go of any emotions that were holding me back from acknowledging the truth. I deserve the freedom that comes when I release what is no longer working for me. I make amends to those I may have harmed when emotion was coloring my perception. I surrender any resentment to the divine, knowing that they can be transformed into miracles. Fearless inventories lead to liberations. So yeah, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of releasing. And in forgiveness, we have acceptance. And in releasing, we have pain. And that is where we have to be mindful of this energy. Because even in releasing and even in moving forward, letting go, the heart doesn't break even. And not everyone can deal with being released or being left, or other people moving on to better opportunities, to situations that serve their greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all involved. So that's why we have the Magician with the moon in reverse, clarified by the moon in reverse, because even though it is a beautiful thing to release and to know what is serving your greatest and highest good and to know how to move forward, not everyone is vibrating at a level where they can just let divine timing happen, where they can just allow things to unfold naturally. Okay? So that's why it's important during this full moon energy to really be balanced in your emotions and have this mental clarity. Okay? Have this mental clarity. Be willing to, one, forgive yourself, and also be willing to be able to see things objectively and have that mental clarity and that balance between mind and emotion, so that you can release the fears and the anxieties to gain a new perspective and to have an open mind to things that are being revealed, and to look at these situations objectively. And then the last card that was drawn was the Ten of Earth, okay? So this is how the cards came out. So we have this Nine of Air, Nine of Swords in reverse with the Five of Water, coming out of that depression, anxiety, releasing, purging, you know, moving from that apathy and that depression, despair, into acceptance and forgiveness of others, and especially of yourself. And then we move from this emotional energy of really clearing things out, making space and balance, to this really earthy, stable energy. So this is really beautiful. So it's really speaking of balance, a clear mind, and forgiveness. On the other side of that, we have all of this beautiful manifestation, okay? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, abundance. This lunar eclipse is going to be pivotal in terms of manifestation, in terms of transformations, and I'm getting from this card loyalty. There's a wolf or dog, okay, in this picture with this fairy. If you have been putting in the efforts, been loyal to your cause, been true to who you are, then this full moon energy and the days, weeks, and months subsequent are going to really bring in your manifestation, okay? It's going to really bring in your manifestation. Ten of Pentacles. We do have Scorpionic energy prevalent right now, Gemini and Virgo. Of course, we have all the water signs out, and Gemini, Virgo, Earth, and Air. Not a lot of action so far, so it's really about balancing emotions, a clear mental space, yeah, because that's what's going to be needed, the stability, groundedness, before action is going to be able to be taken. Ten of Earth. Affluence, material abundance, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth, and knowledge. I am now able to step back and observe the results of what I built through my dedication and hard work. I claim ownership of the castles I built that have taken form in the material world. I have achieved mastery and inherited treasures of knowledge and experience. Thanks to all I have been through, I smile appreciatively at my run of good fortune. Okay, like I just mentioned. Okay, there is going to be, okay? Inheritance. This is solid wealth. This is recognition. On the other side of balance, on the other side of releasing, separation, surviving negative energies, confusion, frustration, loss of employment, battling health, battling confusion. On the other side of all of that comes this abundance, okay? This achievement, this satisfaction of hard work, okay, paying off, of loyalty, the benefits of loyalty, the benefits of overcoming burdens, overcoming loneliness and loss and judgment, undue judgment, and achieving. And it's not just unwarranted blessings. This is hard work. This is dedication. Rest in peace, Nipsey. But dedication, this is dedication, okay? Hard work and loyalty paying off. 10 of Pentacles, Cancer and full moon. I'm sorry, full moon in Cancer and lunar eclipse, okay? Let's clarify the 9 of air. Clarify the 9 of air. To clarify the 9 of air, we have the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So it's more material gain, okay? Seeing things from a different perspective, moving past the confusion, moving past the fears, purging negativity, transforming, allowing this metamorphosis to happen. It's gaining a new perspective, releasing those things that cause confusion. 3 of Pentacles, okay? That's Capricorn energy. And 3 of Pentacles speaks of, in reverse, competition, okay? Interference, disharmony. So, yeah, that's definitely that Magician in reverse energy here. But this card is coupled with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And it speaks of overcoming. It speaks of becoming a clear channel, gaining the enlightenment and a new perspective, continuing to be confident and moving past your own fears, things that keep you stagnant, people that keep you stagnant, and focusing on your abundance. Queen of Pentacles, okay, is nurturing, stable, prosperous, okay? And it coincides with this Cancer energy because it's all about the mother, fertility, sustenance, sanctuary, tribe, home, all the material needs, okay? And it's just really echoing this security, okay, that is going to come on the other side of this manipulation and this confusion, this uncertainty about loyalties and where they lie. Moving past this interference, this competition, and really gaining clarity and really understanding who you are, releasing those anxieties and fears, and building and focusing on prosperity, on the pleasures of life, on security. And it's really about, this full moon in Cancer is about forgiveness, releasing this unwanted competition, and just staying focused on your goals. Yeah. Staying in your power. Staying in your power, and staying in control. Handling business. Being stable. Running businesses. And keeping your head clear in order to stay in your power. Clarify the Five of Water in reverse. Clarify the Five of Water in reverse. Clarify the Five of Water. Clarify the Five of Water, which is all about forgiving oneself for choices that may have been made when emotions were unstable. And the Five of Water is about forgiveness, nostalgia, acceptance. Okay, so I do see unions. I do see partnerships forging. I see security. We have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, as well as Cancerian and water energy here. But I do see, after this acceptance and forgiveness of oneself and others, balancing the emotions, that there is going to be unions, partnerships, okay? There is the energy of healthy connections being formed, stable, creative business deals and ideas taking off. The King of Pentacles is all about stability, influence, okay? Right here, I just see the union of a very stable partnership in business. There could be a very profitable business deal coming together that could bring together, that could spark a romantic relationship, and if not, just a very profitable, creative business or forging of two like-minded individuals, maybe a Cancerian and a Earth sign or Scorpio. But yeah, this is all about abundance, an abundant, healthy connection. This full moon in Cancer is going to bring about a lot of emotional memories. It's going to bring about some new connections, some strong bonds will be forming. And this could bring about a lot of resentment, jealousy, and but overall this is really beautiful. And yeah, at the same time, these really beautiful partnerships are forming, unions, businesses. There is this energy of this fixed energy with the world in reverse. Okay, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, of some people really not wanting this balance or wanting to allow this these new partnerships to form. There may be resentment and anger, okay, or the inability to see others happy or see others excelling or moving forward. And that's where this, you know, Magician in reverse energy will be prevalent. Okay, so yeah. The world in reverse. In terms of these beautiful partnerships forming, healthy, balanced relationships, unions, businesses, we do have the energy of some people feeling lack of closure, unfinished business, okay? There will be some regrets about missed opportunities and feeling left out, you know, lack of closure. Let's clarify this 10 of Earth. Clarify the 10 of Earth, full moon in Cancer. Okay. In terms of many people during this full moon, reaping the rewards of their hard work, their loyalty, their efforts, finding this balance, you know, happy homes, loyalty, inheritance, profit. Yeah, that was 10 of Earth. Unexpected resources, happy surprises, generosity. abundance, affluence, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth, and knowledge. Yeah, someone's getting what they deserve. Okay, and this energy is starting now with this full moon in Cancer and this lunar eclipse. Someone is getting what they deserve, and the light is being shown on someone for their loyalty, for their dedication, for their truth. Someone is highly favored, and this is the time that is going to be revealed to many. And as a result, there is something that's being hidden, okay, in terms of someone's, or many people's abundance, or many people's people are getting what they deserve, excelling, getting recognition. And with this high priestess in reverse here, there is still something that is hidden, and there's something that's being done in the dark. Someone may be moving away from some sort of secret situation to move toward what they feel is their abundance. And yeah, someone does not, there's something missing here that's going to be illuminated during the full moon in Cancer, during this eclipse. Yeah, because I'm just getting family here. Yeah, there is some sort of payout or abundance that's coming to someone for being faithful. And the divine is shining the light on a situation. After a period of solitude and a lot of hard efforts being done in isolation, someone during this full moon in Cancer is going to finally get the recognition and be put in the spotlight, and their dedication is going to be highly rewarded by the divine. And there is going to be a lot of repressed emotions, secrets, feelings of loss in regards to many people getting what they deserve, people feeling left out, and yeah, there's going to be some despair in terms of someone else's or many people's recognition and gain. There's going to be a need for transformation, okay? And yeah. But unfortunately, there's going to be, there is someone in despair about someone else's good fortune here. But these people had the opportunity to transform and to release these secrets, to trust their intuition. But those who were dedicated, okay, to the efforts at hand are getting the recognition that they deserve. Full moon in Cancer. Okay, it's a little bit longer. Let's do our conflict, okay? Conflicts for the full moon in Cancer. Conflicts. Full moon in Cancer. Cards are really sticky. So the conflict is people holding on or not allowing people to separate themselves. Conflict. Conflict. Full moon in Cancer. One more. Ghost. One more. Oops. Too many. Always use these. Okay. We have the veil. The veil. So the conflict is that intuitively people are wearing masks, people are not wanting to see the truth, people are not facing their fears, people are in fear, people are wearing masks, ego, pride, are not aware of what is truly happening, and they can't see the future because they're so stuck in the past. Second conflict, ghost, regret. This is karma. This is kind of like the world in reverse, kind of holding on, lack of closure, missed opportunities, feeling judged. And the last card, we have winter, this sacredness of pausing. Conflict, people not taking time to reevaluate, to think before they act, to plan, to prepare. full moon in Cancer, can we get clarification before we read the oracles in the conflict for the full moon in Cancer? Sorry if I am kind of talking a little slow. I am so exhausted. Okay, guys. One card to clarify the veil. One card to clarify the veil for the conflict for the full moon in Cancer. One card to clarify the ghost regret. We got two. We'll just go ahead and keep it. And one card to clarify winter. Sacredness of pausing. Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords in reverse. We'll get one more card for the veil. One more card for the veil. One more card for the veil. Full moon and Four of Pentacles try to pop out, holding on. One more card for the full moon in Cancer, the veil. Okay, you've got the Nine of Swords again. Major conflict, full moon in Cancer. We have the Three of Cups, that is Cancerian energy. Three of Cups is all about overindulging, alternative lifestyles, third-party situations. Someone could be releasing a third-party situation with the full moon in Cancer. Someone could be releasing a Cancer. Someone could be releasing a water sign. Someone could be releasing themselves or walking away from a third-party involvement. Three of Cups in reverse also speaks on stifled creativity, disconnection, being unfaithful, addictions, okay? With the veil, we have, okay, we have 9-9. Wow. Okay, so this is about divine justice. The conflict is that many are, during this full moon in Cancer, there is a lot of feelings of being left out in the cold. Okay, nines are about completions, about evolution, the final passage toward perfection. Okay, crisis. This is Gemini energy. This is Sagittarius energy. This is about moving past those fears, those anxieties, like I mentioned. Nine of Wands. Upright is about courage. It's about faith, hope, persistence. Taking on a lot, but being, hopeful. About moving forward. In reverse, it's about failure, okay? It's about being defensive, even paranoia, okay? The conflict here could be that during this full moon, there could be a lot of paranoia, a lot of inability to see oneself clearly, see others clearly, see the truth clearly. Being unaware of or avoiding one's role in certain situations, and being disconnected from emotions, being stuck in one's mind. With this card in the veil, with the Nine of Swords and this Gemini energy, this mercurial energy, it's about no longer wanting to be stuck. This is a major conflict, but I'm seeing that this is the inability to see things objectively. Being blind to what's being revealed, and staying stuck in situations that do not serve your greatest and highest good, that not allowing something to end or come to its completion, and turning a blind eye to signs. Nine is all about divine justice, okay? And with this being a conflict, it's like turning a blind eye. That's a major conflict during this full moon in Cancer, not paying attention to the wisdom, not transforming, not taking care of your mental health. I see this as someone who is, many people during the full moon, not taking good care of protecting the future them, because a lot of mental conflict. This could be being beaten down, could be someone who is doing toxic things, or maybe even addictions, and just not seeing things clearly. Major conflict. Regret. Not forgiving oneself. Being a ghost to yourself, not forgiving yourself, not seeing yourself for who you truly are. A major conflict during the full moon could be due to actions that were taken in the past. The Five of Wands is Leo energy, okay? We have Leo and Sag energy here. Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter's the ruler of Sag. So this looks like possible interference, conflict, self-doubt, avoidance, okay? The invasion of the inability to see one's role that was played in one's own misfortune, bad luck, and karma, or this is interfering with someone else's karma, okay? There's going to be a lot of regret in terms of this during the full moon in Cancer, and that's a major conflict. And lastly, we have this energy of deceit, okay? Five of Swords, someone trying to, get out of their role in some sort of deceit. The Queen of Pentacles speaks of mother energy. Not surprised here, we're talking about Cancer full moon. This is a possible conflict. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it could be, the mother of someone's child. It could be dealing with a lot of mother issues from childhood. And that could be of all ages, It could be issues around security, codependency, someone feeling reclusive. Now, with Cancerian energy, it's all about the feminine, okay? Someone taking time. A conflict could be someone having time to really dig deep into the past, someone feeling a lack of security by a mother. This conflict during the full moon in Cancer could have a lot to do with unresolved emotions around betrayal, unresolved emotions, dealing with forgiveness, the sacredness of pausing. This lunar eclipse could bring about past issues being resolved and illuminated, so that some sort of forgiveness possibly could occur from betrayal, taking time to pause, and heal. But this speaks of a conflict, there being a conflict with some sort of healing in relations to a mother, okay? There may be no healing, there may be no reunion, okay? That may be the conflict, or someone getting news about something they thought was going to be resolved or forgiven, getting the news that there will be no prosperity, there will be no security in a certain relationship, okay? We have Aquarius energy, we have Earth energy here, motherly energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is about the conflict being possibly someone feeling reclusive, feeling that they're dealing with some very superficial, imbalanced situation here. And the conflict is going to be trying to resolve this, or someone not wanting to resolve a situation that's very imbalanced. This could definitely be something about some sort of mental instability, deceit. Yeah, so that's a conflict as well with the full moon in Cancer. Okay, dealing with childhood wounding, codependency, and mother issues. Okay. Now, out of the 3 conflict cards, I think I'm going to read the card about ghost and regret. Okay, which was clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Ghost. Regret. Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea. The dead, they are watching. They have come to haunt me. Cancer and full moon, the cold moon, major conflict, all right? Ghost and regret, something to do with avoidance, something to do with fate, destiny, misfortune, interference with somebody's fate or destiny, someone's karma or a curse of some sort, okay? Full moon in Cancer, major conflict. Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead they are watching, they have come to haunt me. The traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, and even occasionally inanimate objects. What's wrong with my tongue today? Inanimate objects such as ghostly ships have been reported. The belief in spirits and ghosts is extremely widespread across time and cultures, and different words such as spiritus, wraith, phantom, and shade have been used to refer to them. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, ancestors for example, who visit to assist us, or presents that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go even after death. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many a creepy ghost story. In fact, the most interesting ghost stories often involve a very angry or destructive spirit coming back to wreak and wreak its revenge after death. The Old Norse word for ghost has the same root word as the word fury. It is said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it is to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it is because they haven't finished their business here on earth, on this earthly plane of living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking action to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. So regret ghosts to me is speaking of accepting accountability for your own misfortune and to accept accountability for your role in possibly tampering with someone else's destiny or fate. Okay? And this is also about letting go of lack of closure, taking matters into your own hands, feeling the need for vengeance, letting the past be the past, letting people go on their path, on their purpose, letting go of control, releasing control, okay, and allowing the wheel to turn in the way in which it will, because when the wheel is prevalent and present, there is no stopping which way it turns, okay? So, yeah, ghost regrets, major conflict during this period. Many are dealing with karma and judgment, and some people are not dealing with separations and new beginnings. Well, the veil is coming off, and there are many revelations being uncovered for new future ventures and partnerships. And people are leaving certain lifestyles behind, okay? And it's time to release that control and the manipulation in order to really come out of all of the fear-based energy, the confusion, frustration. It's time to morph, to transform, to release and let go. Because major conflicts are the inability to accept accountability, the inability to accept the fact that there may not be forgiveness, okay? People are holding on, people are not willing to forgive themselves or others, and there is a pause that's needed in order to really address the past, to heal from it. Full moon in Cancer. Because when people really do take time to find that balance, their loyalty and dedication is paying off. What was done in the dark, the hard work that was done in the dark, during this full moon in Cancer and this lunar eclipse, recognition is being bestowed upon the dedicated, the faithful, the loyal, and manifestation is pouring in, okay? And that is beautiful. Possible outcome, full moon in Cancer. Possible outcome, full moon in Cancer. Possible outcome. Hierophant, beautiful. Possible outcome. Possible outcome, please. Full moon in Cancer. Possible outcome. That was actually in reverse. Possible outcome. Full moon in Cancer. Wow. One more. All right. So the possible outcome for the full moon in Cancer is the Hierophant and the Page of Cups, okay? Commitments. Business. New beginnings, advancement, taking that leap of faith into new ventures, prosperous ideas, thinking outside of the box in terms of spirituality. I do see unions. I do see at least the spark of the truth and the resolution of pain and healing being the catalyst for unions and recognition. I definitely see marriages being the catalyst. I definitely see this full moon in Cancer being the crux of the beginning of moving in a direction that's going to highlight hypocrisy and corruption, but many are headed in that direction toward the truth, okay? The truth coupled with the Page of Cups, creativity, new beginnings, confidence, confidently moving toward what you feel moves your soul, supports your ideals, gaining insight and contentment. There may even be news of pregnancies, okay, during this full moon in Cancer. Now, for some, there is going to still be, like we said, we have this energy of the Magician and, you know, the moon in reverse. So that's frustrations and, you know, confusion and disbelief about people moving on, about new partnerships, people releasing others, starting these new businesses, moving on, separating themselves from things that no longer serve their highest good. So there will be some disbelief still. There will be some confusion. But potential outcome is that those who are still in this energy of unrealistic desires, overindulging, manipulation, temptation, creating temptation, falling for temptation, not having a clear hold on their emotions, this instability, indecisiveness, insecurity, there's still going to be lack, okay? A lot of lack, a lot of delays, lack of manifestation, okay? The group that's in this energy is just going to need more time, okay? And hopefully during this period between this full moon and this eclipse and the next moon cycle, I would say, there's going to be a need for removing the veil, opening your eyes, and really finding this balance in your emotions and this healing in order to forgive yourself, okay? So, taking control, new ideas, commitments, spirituality, new ventures, confidence, new ideas, possibly new creative projects, children, on the other end of that spectrum, we have some lack and some addictions and unrealistic expectations, delays, etc. Those who have not healed, okay? But overall, with the full moon in Cancer, I'm getting some really good energy here. I'm getting recognition and enlightenment, but I'm also getting, with the potential outcome, balance, okay? People really finding balance, whether you're feminine or masculine, balancing your energies, really being victorious and taking a stance in terms of trusting your intuition and going within and sharing your knowledge, okay? I am seeing people really learning to forgive themselves, prioritizing their time so that they can care for themselves and others. Really doing the work and having the ability to really tap into that inner knowledge, okay? We have the High Priestess here, so this is definitely moon energy. The High Priestess represents wisdom and enlightenment. She is in between two worlds and embodies the eternal feminine spirit. She is the guardian of the unconscious, who guides us to look inward, to listen to our own feelings and intuition, the subconscious wisdom, okay? Serenity and inner knowledge, and having those keys to really go deep, and not just for yourself, but for others, okay? And with the King of Cups here, okay, I really feel like this is just unions, okay? Masculine, feminine energies, unions coming together, balance being restored, strength showing restraint, okay, during this eclipse, because there is going to be strength needed for revelations and for the unions that are coming, and it's going to be strength that's needed for the energies that are going to be challenging, okay, this very positive energy. In the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So I just see emotional balance. I see strength, protection, manifestation. I see recognition. Beautiful. I just want to get some divine oracle messages and go ahead and end this reading for the full moon in Cancer. Divine energy oracle messages. Okay, during the full moon in Cancer, embrace your power. Embrace your power. Reach for the stars. Focus on success. Do all things in moderation. Grieve your losses. Engage higher reason. Admit your vulnerabilities. accept disappointments gracefully, be of service, and acts with sincerity. Acts with sincerity. Okay, guys. Beautiful energy for this full moon in Cancer. Guys, remember, Cancer wisdom teaches us about the need for boundaries, as well as when it is time to retreat to take care of ourselves. The shifting currents of the full moon may bring forgotten memories to the surface, not only for our own memories, but whispers of ancestral memories passed down by the women who came before us. Great Mother, give me the wisdom to know when it is time to retreat and to nurture not only others, but also myself. Happy full moon in Cancer, everyone, okay? Love yourself, love others. You are seen, you are heard, and you are definitely loved. Take time to do self-care. Know that this is a time to go within, to trust yourself, to find balance, and do understand that time spent in solitude, your loyalty, your hard work and dedication, okay, is paying off. There will be recognition for your dedication, okay? The light is being shined, the light is being shown on you for your loyalty, okay, for your dedication. And it's time to trust your intuition above all else. Seek the divine and discernment in your choices and actions, and all will be well. Even in the twilight of the darkest and coldest night of December, remember, you'll be fine. Nothing can stop what's truly divine.